Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's Charlie Fibrosis, and we're gonna get back into the swing of things. My mind has changed focus a little bit in terms of how I want to go about ahead with this series. It's not that I'm ending it by any means. I just needed some time off. I really needed some time off after we had such a good car at Daytona and it just went to poo-poo. And then we had our DNFs at Las Vegas and Rockingham. I just simply a couple of things really. One, I was too afraid that we were just going to continue to wreck. And I gotta be honest, I was getting very agitated with how the car was handling. And so I've taken about maybe 2 weeks off roughly to play some other games, do some other stuff and all that. But we're getting back into this. So, to give you a little bit of information, my coworker, Matt, he sat down with me. Matt's a big fan of IndyCar, knows quite a bit about Formula One back in the day. Not really a big NASCAR fan, but he understands the mechanics and fine fundamentals of racing. And I sat down and I talked to him about it. And he was like, Alan Quickie, when he won his championship he didn't have the fastest car. He didn't win the most races. He was consistent enough that he made it to the end. And you know what? I think he's absolutely right. I'm taking the stance of I am going to drive and race as cleanly as I can and get our cars home in one piece, because that's going to save us money in the end. We're going to need especially this money ahead because, and I'll get into it in just a moment when I go into team management, we're going to need this money ahead to succeed for the rest of the season. So yeah, we're gonna need money. And I had also stated to him, something that happened to me was years and years ago, and I think I've told this story a little bit in the past before. Years ago, I managed to pretty much do exactly what I'm doing right now in season 1 at least. In my first season, I won the 500 in my very first shot. So what ended up happening was by race 22, I was bankrupt. Well, in this case, we managed to make so much money. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera as well. As we look at it right now, PS2 gameplay, there we go. We're at $8.51 million. That's way more than what I had in my very first attempt of doing any of this. So, we have the strength where we can actually do well. We can succeed at this stuff. It just hasn't led to the best success, but we're going to fix that. We're going to work on that. In addition, I am going to change a couple things about the paint scheme and so about the car. But here's just kind of a refresher on what has happened these last few weeks. We won the Budweiser shootout after winning a few poles actually last year. We finished third in the Daytona 500. We finished behind Dale Jarrett, unfortunately, who was 25 seconds ahead. Subway 400 at Rockingham, we wrecked out, and Robbie Gordon won. Then we wrecked out at the UAW Daimler Chrysler 400 at Vegas, and Bobby Hamilton won that. So congrats to both Robbie Gordon and Bobby Hamilton on those wins. So we're going to be going into the MB&A America 500 at Atlanta. Unfortunately, because of all these bad races, we're 36th in points, and we need to climb. We need to climb, and we need to climb fast. Because what I'm afraid of... Oh, wow, Bobby Hamilton's in the points lead. What I'm very afraid of what's going to happen, is we are going to hit a point where we are... Hey, welcome. We're going to hit a point, and this is what we need to fix. This is where I thought our season was going to be going. So, Bud Shootout, up. Daytona 500, I thought we were going to win that thing. Super up. We were going to be back-to-back champions. We were going to race Rockingham. We were going to win that. We were going to run Las Vegas. We were going to do okay there. Top 10 at best. what I'm trying to do and trying to keep from happening is I am trying to pull us out of a nosedive. If we keep having bad races, the sponsors are going to flee. We're just going to sink deeper and deeper and deeper into the points, and we really can't have that. To look at this as well, let's go into, I think it's team management, sponsorship. So what is All Pro asking for? All Pro is asking for an average finish of 15th. We need... Hey, Billy. How are ya? We need good finishes ahead. We need to average out a 15th place finish, and we're not doing that at the moment. And we've only got 15 races left before All Pro is going to withdraw their sponsorship under their regular contract. And if we do any worse, we're just going to sink deeper and deeper and deeper. So that's what All Pro is asking for. Average 15th. Napa, they want an average start of 15th. We need to meet that goal. Associate, we need to finish ahead of Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman hasn't won any races yet. But he is not... He's doing well. And then for the team and driver, it's participating in a race to get paid. We're doing that, but we're only making, $44,000 and $22,000 for that. We have 3 other spots on the sponsorship that we need to be meeting, and we're just not doing that. So that's why we really need to fix things. And when you look at the prestige points, we've lost 2 to 3 points in it. To go ahead and answer your question, Billy, it's not exactly that I don't want to watch the Richmond race. I just wanted to do something. I wanted to have some fun this evening. I may turn on MRN radio on my phone or something like that and plug a line into it so I can at least listen to the race. But the likelihood that I'm probably going to watch it is kind of difficult. I don't have cable up here in my room, so I would have to stream the event, and sometimes that can lead to a really crappy run. So... yeah, and you look here, we've only done 50 laps, and 85 laps have been completed this season. We're 35 laps down, essentially. And we're not making any money. We're not doing anything for awards as well. So we need to flip that and change it. So that's where the big change is, and that's where the big move is going to be, is we need to work on that. So... I think I definitely appreciate that. That's very nice of you. I am going to say, though, that, I don't know, I really think it would be cool if Eric Jones and Clint Boyer got into the chase. I hate to say this, but Junior's not going to make it into the chase. Even if he were to win tonight, I don't think it's enough. I know that it's a win in your in type of situation, but God, Junior's just had such an awful season. I am going to say this right now. If I'm going to be polling for any drivers for the championship, number 1 is going to be Martin Truex Jr. I know he drives a Toyota and everything like that, and I'm not inherently pro-Toyota or anti-Toyota, but I would like to see Martin Truex Jr. win the championship. What he managed to do, especially in 2015, was amazing. I can't believe he made it into the Final Four, and man, as a regular season racer, as the regular season champion especially, dang, Truex deserves this championship at this point. He's done way too well. But that's awesome. And then the other driver I'm going to be pulling for the championship, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He's really, really good, but I don't know if he's all around good when it comes championship time. Kyle Larson. I really think it would be cool to see Kyle Larson win the championship this year. Most likely it's going to be Jimmy Johnson or Kyle Busch or someone else, but yeah. Yeah, Kyle Larson's just a cool-ass guy. I would love to meet the man. He's got such an interesting career from working his way. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a Chevy. I want to start running Chevrolets. You know what? I'm going to go to Chevrolet when we go to Talladega. Excuse me. And let me take a look at some of the paint schemes that we can run with. Part of me is actually considering, that's interesting, part of me is actually considering making a car that would be put in NASCAR racing. Oh, cool. I'm kind of considering making a car, this car, for NASCAR Racing 2003 season, just for the hell of it, because it seems like this would be kind of a fun car to make. Alright, so how did I do this? I think I did blue, and then the white was gold. That's okay. Actually, the white looked better. That's good. I think we can go ahead and go right into Atlanta. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I kind of only expect Jimmy Johnson's gonna win an 8th championship, if not this season at some point. He's just too good. And I mean nothing against the other drivers that are gonna be racing for Hendrick Motorsports next season. But I gotta be honest with their field the way it is. So they got Chase Elliott in the 9. They got Bowman in the 88, and they've got Byron in the 5. What was the 5 now is actually going to be the 24. William Byron is not going to do that great. He's going to be running okay. Chase Elliott's going to continue to do okay, maybe one win. And I mean nothing against Alex Bowman. Bowman, I think, is going to do okay. I don't think he's going to be able to win. I think the best shot he's got is actually the Phoenix races, and that's it. Maybe Charlotte, but that's even kind of pushing it. So yeah. I'm going to say probably the most dominant Hendrick car that's going to be running next season has got to be Johnson. Johnson's going to do the best out of all the HMS guys, provided he doesn't screw up or so and, like, wreck too many cars next year, which really, I really hate to make this comparison because I don't really like either team, to be honest, but Jimmy Johnson seems like the Tom Brady of NASCAR. He's never really gotten injured. He's always kind of a clutch when it comes to the final part of the season. You know, I don't think if Jimmy Johnson has gotten injured, it's only been a couple of times in his career. And he's got too good of a team. That's the thing that frustrates me. He is, like, unstoppable for the most part. There have been years where the Hendrick Motorsports team has been off, where they haven't been, you know, championship caliber, or they ended up not winning the championship, but god dang it, they constantly are just the team that goes out and wins every freaking thing. And they're way too good when it comes to the championship run. That's the thing that frustrates me about Jimmy Johnson is him and Chad Knaus and the rest of the Hendrick Motorsports group with the 48 team, is they just kind of like, we'll win a race, we'll win a race, we'll get a top 10 here and there, and then when it comes chase time, they go out and they kick everyone's ass. That's annoying as hell to see. Alright, save changes to the car. So, yeah, I guess you got my Jimmy Johnson rant there done. You know what? I gotta say, like, the only intimidating thing about the Jacques mission in Spyro, the original Spyro, is really kind of the atmosphere. It's kind of a little bit frightening. The funny thing is when I was little, I had no idea how to pronounce that name, so I named him Jacques or something like that, which is Stupid as hell, but yeah. Jacques is not an inherently scary boss. It's just the world is creepy. 23rd. We can maybe qualify a little bit better. That got a little tight. That got a little loose. Yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit to get back into the groove of this, because I think I was doing like 5 races per stream. This I'll probably get a few in, but it's gonna take me a bit to get used to the controls. 17th. That's okay. He's a jack-in-the-box. I don't really see what's all that creepy about that. So, alright, so, give me 1 second, I'm gonna raise my seat some. There we go. Now I can see a little bit over my racing wheel. Alright, let's get to this.
MRN welcomes you to Hampton, Georgia, site of today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the MB&A America 500. I expect to see some exciting racing in this one, don't you, Barney?
NASCAR doesn't use restrictor plates for this track, which is actually why it's one of the fastest speedways in the Winston Cup Series. We may see some speeds hit 200 miles an hour just before they dive off into these corners.
The 86 car really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
Well, there's always going to be someone who has to fill in the bottom of the points list. Of course, none of these guys want to ever see their name there. Sometimes it's just not your season to shine.
Tony Stewart will begin the race in the top 5 in points.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully so.
Jeff Green will start this race a little farther back than he's used to.
You know, I spoke with the guys from that team in the garage this morning, and they said they tried something a little different in qualifying this week. They learned their lesson, though. Stick with what works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, so before we start this race, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat box to those of you who are watching, and I want you to spread it around as well. A buddy of mine by the name of Nick, he is doing a live stream series, and has started a live stream series on NASCAR Thunder 2004. He's a newer channel. He does a pretty darn good job. He's tackling a much more difficult game than I am. By all means, go and check out his channel. I think he could definitely use some support and some subscribers, and definitely ahead, I hope to work with him a little bit. So let me go ahead and post that. Also, there is another thing, Pony Express. I think I did this in one of my earlier videos. Pony Express has a series that is sponsored by Drunken Cow Beef Jerky. I do voiceover commentary for those races. Okay, cool. Check out those videos. I did commentary for the Darlington race about 2 weeks ago, and I did the commentary for the Richmond race just on Thursday of this past week, and I don't know if they're doing a race again this week or not, but I am going to be doing that commentary. The only day that I'm not doing commentary okay. So yeah. Sorry. Ahead, I will have a week off, pretty much a week off, where I will not be doing too much in terms of recordings, videos, or anything like that. That's going to be about 2 weeks from now. Monday and Tuesday are going to be open days for me. I don't have work those days. Wednesday, I'm leaving with my family to go to Chicago. Thursday, I'm going to be in Chicago. Friday, I think, is when we come home. Saturday, I'm going to Comic-Con. Sunday, I'm going to Comic-Con, I believe. And then Monday of the very next day, I will be there. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and finish up the last trickle of drivers in the field, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Back in row 21, we have the America Online Chevrolet and the 16 car. And rounding out the field is the UAW Delphi Chevrolet.
So we know the entire field. Let's go ahead and get racing. Alright, so the key, survive. That's all that matters in this race. We're not looking for a win. We're not looking really for a top 5. Well, we could maybe push for a top 10 if we've got a good enough car. But the name of the game today is survive. Survive all these races, get into Talladega, win ourselves a race. Alright, back end sliding out, so we're going to have to back out of the gas a little bit more. Still sliding, but a little bit more controlled at least. Alright, side-by-side battle. Atlanta is a track I think we're progressively going to get better at with each season. Also, I do plan on eventually playing 2004. I just want to get through 2003 first for the most part. Also, a couple of videos I want to promote a little bit, so kind of a self-plug at least. Be sure. I want to know what your opinion is. So I did a episode of Fast RMX, which is an F-Zero type of successor. Go to that video. Let me know what you think. Seriously. And we just took out Elliott Sadler. That was not good. That wasn't nice either. Sorry, Elliott. I like ya. So sorry. Fast RMX. Check out that video and let me know what you think. Crap, the back end is just sliding. Check out that video and let me know what you think. And, I don't know, give me some more feedback or get some more people to watch the Spyro series. I love the games and I plan on getting through all 3 of them. Probably going to be like a project that I'll be working on from here at the end of summer all the way into Christmas time or so. Because those don't take too long to do, because I've played the game so many years, but it still takes time. It still takes time to focus on that. And I know especially in the 3rd game and the 1st game, there's going to be a couple of points where it's going to be a long episode. In fact, Treetops is probably going to be one long-ass episode in and of itself. Because that is hell to get through. 3rd game has a lot of mini-games in it that is aggravatingly frustrating. And my goal is to get 100% on all of them. As to what I did many years ago. And then, by all means, if you have anyone else, any friends or so that just want to kick back and watch some racing tonight, bring them into the stream. I'd love to have them here, and we can talk racing, we can talk, that's fine. Yeah, crew chief, I know I can do better. Remember, though, I'm telling you, we're surviving, not racing. My goal is to actually have money by the end of the season. Alright, that time the car balanced well. I had to let out the gas a lot.
Number 19, up high. We got some work left. The leader has about a 9-second lead on us. Clear all right.
Ah, Dickens.
Watch it.
That's a hard hit.
3 wide. Clear on both sides.
I don't think we're ever going to win at this track, to be honest. Back end. I don't think we're ever going to win at this track. Especially considering by, like, the 20th season. It's going to be, like, what, 2018? Ah, bugger. 2022? I don't know. It's going to be late. It's going to be really, really late in the years. And unless we've got, like, a God car. I don't know what we can do. Ah, shite.
Okay, we're clear. Your pace is falling off. Pick it up a little. The 41 car is outside. Clear.
Oh, we held on. That's something.
The 21 car is coming up quick. Number 21 is up high. The 21 car is still there. Waiting in already.
Yay, Dale Jr.'s leading. It bothers me that he's leading by so much, but he's leading.
The 31 car is down low. Number 31 is still there. Clear on both sides. Try working another line. We need to get back on pace. The 31 car down low. We're off the pace. Everything okay?
That was one other thing I did actually want to talk about. So, another video that I recently did was a few laps around Formula 1 2017. I know that was not a very graceful video. I think that there might be a glitch in F1. I don't exactly know. So, I specifically am playing the PC version. And I've got a Logitech Logitech G27 racing wheel. For some reason, I personally like to have my racing wheel set to like 15 to 20 in the centering spring, force feedback turned off. Mainly because I'm just trying to preserve my equipment as long as I can. Because, let's just be honest, this stuff is expensive as hell. But with that being said, for some reason in F1, I will get like maybe a few turns into the race course or even a full lap in, like at Canada, and all of a sudden the game will automatically switch to have the highest force feedback in game, which is 100%. Well, okay, not the highest. It will just turn on the force feedback. And what pisses me off is I don't want the force feedback on. And I don't know why it just flips on all by itself. I'm not doing anything in the Logitech profiler. And I've turned everything off. Literally, I've turned force feedback in-game off. And it just does not work. So, until I can get that fixed, or until there's a patch that allows me to do so, I'm not really going to be playing much F1 2017. And I know I should have pitted there. I really, really know. I just could not get the car to steer to do so. There we go. Alright, let's add a little bit of tire pressure and let's bump up a ton on the wedge and do that. We're gonna lose so many positions. Ah, that could have been worse.
Watch the guys on the track.
No, that's worse.
Leaders are pitting. Number 36 wants to get by you. Go
Oh, bugger. Well, I didn't intend for that to happen, but whatever. See, I can accept running rookie settings in game, but I think you have to have some type of a something that kind of limits you, and in my case I'm on veteran and I've got the assist turned off. So we're a lap down. We're gonna get that lap back, which is good.
Still beside you. Okay, we're clear.
What we really need is we need a caution, and not caused by me.
Got one down left. Clear on both sides.
Because the leader is right on our ass. Is the leader Jerry Nadeau? No, the leader is Dale Jr.
That was a great lap, buddy.
So I want to comment on something as I think about it. With Dale Jr.'s final season just being so trash, I gotta be honest, I think the only tracks he legitimately has a shot to win at is Talladega if he can keep his car clean and his crew doesn't suck, and or Martinsville. I don't see him really winning anywhere else if he even has a shot. Junior's had some okay runs, it's not what it should be. Not by any means. He got 9th last night in Richmond and almost went a lap down to Brad Keselowski at the very end. Oh, that doesn't help me.
Keep it up. Great lap. Okay, we're clear. Car high. Clear on both sides.
You know, I'm just going to follow Junior around the track. We got less than 10 laps to go. Might as well. Darlington is a track that I think we could do well at.
That lap was fast.
Got tight.
25 car is coming left. You're dropping back. What's wrong? Clear. That's what I'm talking about. Nice lap.
Why do I feel like the next race is going to be Bristol? It probably is.
Car left. Okay, we're clear. Good lap. Keep hitting those marks. The right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or it won't last.
kind of wonder if the loss in line would help us. Knowing this game, though, it probably wouldn't. Nope, still just about slippery. Well, if we lose sponsorship, then we lose sponsorship and we're just going to have to go with someone else. I guess the sophomore slump is like super real in my case. I don't believe that I changed the difficulty settings. Well. Might as well just pit for tires, because, dang it. At least we're gonna finish. I mean, that's better than nothing. Yep, that's going to be a dead last finish.
You got some traffic, easy on the merge.
Ooh, someone spun and hit the wall.
You're clear. Got one down left.
Oh, it's Casey Atwood.
Far outside.
Not really all that surprised.
Clear all around. Car up high. You're clear. The 7 car, down left. All clear, buddy. Take care of those Goodyear Eagles. Pit road is getting busy. The leaders are heading in.
Well, we're going to get 42nd. Okay. That was a bad race. Dale Jr. won. Nice.
Late changes were pretty scarce.
Yeah, I guarantee you there's
That is so little money. Sorry, Scott Wimmer. Scott Wimmer blew up there at the end or had an issue. Wonder if he ran out of gas and then blew his engine. Darlington. That's going to be interesting. Let's check the garage. Engines. There's not much I can really do. I've only got what I've got, so... I guess we're going to run the Atlanta car and we'll run that at Darlington and do that. And I don't know... I can't even tell if we gained any money out of that. Alright, let's go into team management. Let's go into the garage. No, not the garage. The team. Pit crew. Front tire changer. Ty Brooks, sign on. Let's do this. Oh no, we're going to be racing Darlington. I kind of want to make a special scheme. Alright, let's do this. Darlington, let's run ya. My day has been something interesting. So here's how my actual day has gone. So I woke up this morning at about 8 a.m. My brothers do baseball, so I went and did practice with them. Had a lot of fun with that. Came home, got home at about 2 p.m. Took a little nap. Woke up at about 3, so a nice hour-long nap. That really charged me up. 15. And then afterwards came home, went and got something to eat, got back here, saying knock it down a ton. I'm gonna knock it up a ton. 55, 113. And here I am. So a long day, but man, it was worth it. Alright, gotta minimize that real quick. There we go. Darlington is definitely a track I think we could win, especially the Southern 500 event.
That damage will slow you down a little. Be patient. This is the last
34th, slowed because we hit that wall.
Hey, just remember, it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
26th. Alright. Not much I can do there.
This is Joe Moore along with Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live at Darlington Raceway, the granddaddy of super speedways, in Darlington, South Carolina for the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Every driver who comes here has one goal in mind. Don't add any paint to the wall. What makes Darlington so tough?
The tight groove they have here makes this a very difficult racetrack. It takes total concentration, but the drivers all race long to be successful here.
Steve Park has had some tough break.
Let's get to it. 29 laps. Because of course that's going to happen.
Number 97, it's inside. You're clear. Be careful out there. The 97 car, hell up. We're falling back. Focus on your marks, buddy. 3.5 seconds behind the leader. Clear all around. Got one outside. Clear on both sides. That bump didn't hurt us. Car's okay.
Overcorrected.
Number 19 wants to get by you. Got one inside. You're clear. I want to see more of those laps. Good job. Got one up. Everything okay with the car? Okay, we're clear.
Get these triple-digit NASCARs out of my NASCAR.
Number 23 is looking low. That one was off the pace. Stay focused, buddy. Car up high. You're clear. We're off the pace. Everything okay? Car outside. Still beside you. Clear. Yikes. Careful, buddy.
So we're back in 30th.
Your pace is falling off. Pick it up a little. The 31 car is outside. Clear on both sides. Gotta keep the tires in good shape to be fast, buddy. Settle down. You want to come sit on this pit box and I'll drive? Get back to the stripe. You should be about halfway on fuel.
Alright, let's pit. So I kind of wonder, I don't think our car is fast enough to be able to put on a heavy strategy like what I would like to do, even if it's an experiment. Hell, with how our season is gone, I'm almost willing to do nothing but take chances and experiment and see what I can do. I mean, at least the good thing is you know, we're 36th in points, which sucks butt, but the thing is that we really have nothing to lose. So what I'm kind of considering doing is this is going to be our pit stop. When everyone comes in for their pit, we're going to stay out. I don't know if that's going to work in terms of fuel or so, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And when they're on green pit stops,
Go, buddy. Green flag. You're clear.
we can just pass around them.
Number 25. Down low.
Well, I wanted to go to the outside there, but that did not work.
Okay, we're clear. The leader has about 9 seconds on us.
Like I said, as long as we actually finish races, we're okay. Because we can't afford DNFs. Here we go. We got some cars coming into the pits.
That one was quick. Let's do it again. We got some cars headed down pit road.
Alright. There we go. I mean, I don't think we can make it
The leader has about 10 seconds on us. Got one down low.
like 20 something laps.
Clear.
Almost. On the gas and tires that we've got, but screw it. I'm willing to give it a shot.
Hey, you're not the one who has to fix that mess. Take it easy. Wow, you're fast. Number 12 is going high. Watch the cars coming out of the pits, buddy. A couple top 5 cars are on their way
Just need this to stay green.
You're making up some time. Got one inside. Car outside. Some of the leaders are coming in together. Number 97 is gaining on you. All clear, buddy. Number 15 is up high. Car left.
Alright, so we're gonna get to lead a lap.
That was a quick one, buddy. Keep it up. Car outside. You're clear.
Got 10 laps to go. I don't know if we have enough fuel to make it to the end, but God knows I'm gonna push it.
Okay, we're clear. Go easy on the car. The 5 car is inside. All clear, buddy. Only 10 laps left. Number 41 is up high. You're clear. The 88 car is looking left.
Let's see if 11 gallons can make me a rich man, and
Tag is ahead.
what? Halfway. We could maybe make it. I'm just willing to let the guys behind me get by because they are no threat.
Got one outside. You're clear. Car up high. You haven't got much longer on that left front tire. All clear, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to make it.
That's the speed we're looking for.
I don't care.
The 25 car, up high. Number 63, held up.
There's no clutch button, so we're screwed either way.
Number 25 is coming left. Car inside. Hold it steady, 3 wide. Okay, we're clear. Keep it up, great lap.
Yeah, I have no idea what a gallon per average is, but it's not good.
All clear, buddy.
Ah, shit.
Save your tires. Car down low. Clear all around. The 7 car, up high. Okay, we're clear.
Shit, we're gonna have a yellow. Well, maybe that'll help. If we have a yellow just at the right time, it may put us... No, we're not gonna win this race because the 29's right behind us.
Gas tank is getting empty.
Yeah, this is a bad strategy. This is a bad call. This is a bad decision. This is a bad choice.
Number 28 is going high.
Ah, Bud just got around us. Now we gotta chase down Bud. We're gonna lose on a back bumper. This is gonna bring out a yellow. Race is probably gonna end.
Number 24 is up high. Clear all around.
Come on, debris, just fall off.
Car is inside. 3 wide. Be careful, you're using up those tires. Drop back to 4.
Fall the hell off. Bring out a yellow for God's sake.
The race leader's got 3 seconds on you. Number 99 is up high. Gas tank is almost dry. Time to
I don't even know why I try sometimes. We're gonna run right out of fuel. And we're gonna drop like a freaking stone. Nope, we're out. We're out.
Finish
18th.
towards the front. Not bad, buddy. We can build on this.
Not very many caution laps in this one.
Well, that was good news to the guys who ran out front. More cautions would just have meant more restarts, which is more chances for you to lose positions.
The 86 car suffered some damage in this one and ultimately paid the price for it.
Yeah, you can't expect a good finish when you don't take care of your car. But sometimes that's easier said than done in this series. There are certain times when you just have no place to go.
This has been...
Well, that's a heartbreaker. Let's go ahead and save the career. Just because I don't want to do those races again. Alright, let's just take this hunk of junk into Bristol. Hell, just might as well take it in the next 3 races. It's gonna cost us. It's gonna cost us more to just go up outright and buy things. Alright, I'm going to take a listen into MRN radio and just listen into the race. Alright. Hey, Junior's apparently 8th right now.
One more lap.
35th.
Ouch, is the car still driving okay?
That's going to be a worse lap. We're starting dead back.
Welcome everyone to Bristol, Tennessee.
Alright, let's do this. Just finish.
Green flag. Go, go, go. The 19 car. Step back. Going inside. Nothing damage. Keep digging, buddy. Still there. Clear on both sides. Car left. Clear. How's the car set up, Pete? Our time's a little off. Let's go now. Still 7 seconds off the lead. Got one outside. Gained another spot. All clear, buddy. The 26 car wants to get by you. The 32 car up high. That was a great lap, buddy. You're clear. The 25 car down low. Clear all around. Only 8 seconds back of the leader. Stay hungry. Got one high. Number 32. Made some contact. We're okay. You're clear.
Yeah, I wish I could remove the rubber banding from this game, as you mentioned, Nick.
Car up high. You're up another spot. Clear on both sides.
We got some work left. The leader has about a 9-second lead on us.
The 19 car is passing high. You're clear.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice lap. Take care of the car as best you can, buddy.
Number 1 just got into you. Still beside you. That pass was for possession. Nice job. Clear on both sides.
That one was off the pace. Stay focused, buddy.
Number 19, held up.
Alright, just...
Looks okay. The 19 car is still there. We're off the pace. Everything okay?
If there's something wrong with the car, that lap was off your pace.
Number 26, held up.
Easy, buddy. That left front tire's seen some action.
Clear. The 26 car is coming up quick. Number 26, held up.
You're a little off the pace.
Okay, we're clear.
Get back on your marks now. We're slipping a little on the clock. Halfway on fuel.
This car just... Me and Bristol, I don't know why, we just don't mix.
You gotta pick it up a little.
Number 32 is inside.
You can't win a race if there's no car to finish with.
Clear on both sides.
Why does it feel like Rusty Wallace just blew his engine?
On it, we're losing time.
Nope, that wasn't Rusty.
The 31 car is held up. You're clear.
7 blew up.
Better.
Going inside. All clear, buddy.
We lost some time on that lap. Let's get it back.
Number 16 is looking high.
This has just been a bad day.
Good save. Now get them lugs tightened.
I hired you. This is your first race and you're already failing me.
Look out. Traffic up high. Car outside. Clear all around. Try to keep the fenders on it. Number 88 is inside. Number 55 is up high. Number 29 is down low. Easy on the bumping, buddy. Clear. Number 45.
I'm just taking the opinion that we're going to do poorly here. We're going to do poorly at Texas. And I hope to God we can win Talladega.
You're clear. The 36 car is down low. Car looks okay. Number 36 is up high. All clear, buddy. Plenty now. 20 laps to go. Car left. Stay alert. Clear. The 36 car is down low. Be careful. Number 9 is up high. Run for yellow. Okay, we're clear. Is there something wrong with the car? That lap was off your pace.
Oh, what a night. What a night.
You're the boss. Tires all the way around.
Anyone still here? Anyone want to chat?
We gotta go. Pace car's about to lap us.
Alright, we're going to beat the pace car out.
Green, green, green. Got one eye. The 32 car is coming up quick. That bump didn't hurt us. The car's okay. You're clear. Keep it up. Great lap.
Alright, so I think what's going to happen is we're just going to finish poorly today. And I don't know if I want to run Talladega tonight specifically, because I am actually getting a little sleepy again. But, I may. And Tony Stewart's going to win. '41st.
That damage will slow you down a little. Be patient.
We usually have...
Alright, let's get into Texas and just run it. Alright, let's go ahead and qualify and just get through this race.
Qualify. Don't hold anything back.
26th. You know what? I really want to see if I can... Let me look at my garage. I'm going to take the Atlanta car and I'll run it at another track. And I'll run this car for Texas. Because Texas kind of owes me, I think. Texas is a track that I can do well at. I've known that I've been good at Texas sometimes. So yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and do car setup again. I think it's ready to go. Let's see if we can run a little bit faster.
You're scoring this one, buddy. Go hard.
$29.
One more. Let's go. We'll start in the top half of the field. Not too bad.
18th. That's better.
Welcome to Texas Motor Speedway in Port.
Let's get into this.
We're going green. Green, buddy. Go, go, go. Number 30. Up up. Okay, we're clear.
We're fast. I don't know if this is a race-winning car fast, but we're fast, and we need a good run. Oh my, that's not a yellow, but that's a big crash. I think our car is faster in a green flag run than it would in a long run than it will be a caution fast and a short run race. No, no, no. For some reason, I feel like we're faster when we run this paint scheme, but... Alright, so I think it's around like lap 16 that these guys are gonna pit, so... Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to make a quick pit option.
Number 141 is inside. Your right front's wearing down. Keep an eye on it. You're clear. Carlo. Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road. Okay, we're clear. Number 17 is looking right. Car high. Clear on both sides. Everything okay with the car? Faster cars coming on the track. Careful, buddy. Got one high. We're falling back. Focus on your marks, buddy. Got one down low. Okay, we're clear. Leaders are pitting. Watch the cars coming out of the pits, buddy. Be careful. Carlo. Still beside you. Careful. Number 97 is still there. Hey, we don't need a bad reputation. Let's be a little more careful. Clear. Car inside. Clear on both sides. Wow, big league. Okay. Yellow flag. Got one outside. You're clear.
And Johnny Benson's on his lid.
Gotta keep the tires in good shape to be fast, buddy. You're the boss. We're gonna add some wedge.
Well, I really should have paid for damage.
Green, buddy. Go, go, go.
I thought I flipped that option on, but guess I didn't.
Clear on both sides. You're dropping back. What's wrong? Car high. All clear, buddy. Car outside. Hold it steady. 3 wide. The 97 car is still there. We're off the pace. Everything okay? there, track's clear.
Game over for this race. Jarrett's gonna win.
There weren't very many lead changes.
Alright, let's go into Martinsville. Alright, let's do this. And listening in on MRN, Kyle Busch won the first stage, and Martin Truex Jr. just won the second stage in the final race of the regular season at Richmond. So, cool. Also, Junior finished second, or not second, seventh in the second stage. So, I don't know if he's going to win still, but he's doing better than I expected. Apparently, he's got a really good long run car. But knowing the fact that it's Richmond, I don't think they're going to have many long runs. Yep, this is, yep. I'm on the NT 2003 Life, but, life ain't good in the career, so. Oh, come on. Just slow outside line. Thank you. This has been a bad night for me. The only thing that's going to make it better is if we win Talladega. What the hell? Okay, so we're just going to run Talladega then.
It seems like we had a lot of lead changes.
Yeah, how about that? They were...
That was weak. That was weak shit there. We only ran We went. Okay, that's it for that race. I'm not doing that again. Alright, let's just win this thing, because we need a win. We need a win really, really badly. Yeah, I heard that, like, from last week at Darlington, after the event, all Truex just has to do is, like, not have a DNF or something like that, and he can make it all the way to Homestead, which that's pretty amazing. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if we have a pole winning car here.
This is the time left. Make it quick. Hey, this is it now. One more.
So we've got the engine so hot tuned that we can hit over 9,000 RPMs, and we're at the risk of blowing it if we're going way too fast. This is exactly what we need.
Wow, quick lap. That'll put us on the pole.
Nice. Oh, that feels good. Alright, so I'm not quitting the race weekend. I think that probably means I'm going to have to qualify again. But you know what? I think I could actually do a better lap. I meant to do this anyway. So let's go to stats and info. Not that, I'm sorry. Features. I want to do something. We're going to finally switch over to a Chevrolet. We're doing a Dale Earnhardt Jr. throwback to, I think that's his 2015 car. Actually, I want to look at something real quick. That's actually a pretty slick scheme. Oh, you know what we should be doing? You know what we really should be doing? I think I'm going to change my number a little bit. 83 instead. Because I actually did run at one point. What if we did Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Busch Series car? Nah, you know what? I actually kind of like the original scheme that we were going with. Yep, so here's the current running order on 211 out of 400. Truex, Larson, Jones, Kurt Busch, Kenseth, Logano, Keselowski, Boyer, Kyle, Busch, Johnson, Newman Jr., Suarez. Now it's changing a little bit. Okay, so I do apologize. OBS did drop away for a minute. There was a connection issue. We're qualifying again, but we're going to be so much faster on our debut lap. That's 8th. That's way better than what we did in our first attempt. $195, $196, $197. Got the pole again. Let's do this. Tenth place for Junior.
Cup Series visits the famous Talladega Superspeedway today for the Aaron's 499. This is Joe Moore and Barney Hall for MRN, and we're live to bring you all the action. And Barney, this track always manages to produce some white-knuckle moments.
Lots of different opinions about this restrictor plate racing. These drivers love the speed. It's what they live for. In fact, some think they should run with no plates at all, so the cars would be more spread out. Speed would be well over 215 miles an hour. But that doesn't seem to bother most of the drivers. It's the fact that they can't break away from each other with the plates on the cars that bother them.
The All-Pro bumper-to-bumper car maintains a top 10 average finish on these superspeedways coming into this race.
Oh, he'll definitely be up front of this race. There's no doubt in my mind. But the hard part comes at the very end of these races when you have to decide which line to go with to the finish. He seems to always pick the right one.
Scott Wimmer finds himself in a bit of a slump.
Oh, he definitely wants to turn things around starting now. His whole crew seems determined to pull out of this slump. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull off at least a top 15.
The Caterpillar Dodge must have had problems in qualifying this week.
You're right, it's going to be tough for him. You get so used to starting up front, and then you have an off week and you have to start towards the back. Then when race day comes, you feel like you passed 1,000 cars at the end. And worse yet, sometimes you never make it to the front.
Alright, let's do this. We got a fast car.
Green, green, green. Rewind.
Alright, we can fall back a couple of positions.
We just lost a spot. We're third. Clear.
Here we go. Rocket ship blast off.
You're not making any friends out there. You're clear.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick.
Hey, that's 5 more NASCAR Winston Cup points for leading that lap.
We're fast, but we're not fast enough. Like, not offline, in, like, quick race, if we were running this setup and with a regular car or so, it will blow up. It'll go like 197 or so, 200 in the 205 in the draft. It will blow up. We're just like a tick below that from maxing. Either I think it's like 4 stages of engine development, or 3 max, but I don't know. We're not there yet, but we are close.
Awesome lap. The 40 car is coming high.
See, right there, we hit 9,000 RPMs, and that worried me. Go away, Sterling Marlin.
That one was quick. Let's do it again.
Just imagine if we only did a couple years where we just ran the super speedway events. Man, that rubber banding is pissing me the hell off.
Number 40. It's got a run on you.
With how fast I'm going, they should not be able to catch me that easy.
Whoa, that was a quick lap.
No! Alright, we gotta make a pit stop.
Going outside. Clear all around. Your right front tire's a little worn. Careful now.
As long as we can make it into the pits, we'll be okay.
Jump out. Okay, we're clear.
We got enough speed.
Number 97, jump out. You're clear.
Let's just go for everything.
You're the boss.
So the way that this is going to work out, we're going to come into the pits again under the yellow flag. We're going to repair the engine and repair the car again. And then it's going to give us a fresh, clean engine all over. The reason why I have to pit under the caution is if we don't, we're just going to be counted as a DNF. It just went boom right there. See, right there, we need to pit. See, if we white smoked it, it would have been okay too. So here's the sucky thing. We are going to lose a lot of time. But we have a fast enough car in a single run that we could definitely be able to pass a lot of these guys again.
We're going to add some wedge.
Oh, no. No, we're good. We've only got 10 laps to get up into the lead, though.
Only 8 seconds back of the leaders. Stay hungry. Number 7, hello. The 7 car is coming up quick. Good pass.
Get ready to see some magic, guys. we're not going to win. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
We got some work left. The leader has about a 9-second lead on us. You're almost dry. Come in for some gas. Last lap.
Well, I guess I'm eventually going to redo that race because we should have won that.
Not many drivers led a lap in this race.
Alright, well, if I can manage to redo this race, I will, but I'm going to save that for another night. Guys, I will see you then. I'm going to call it a night on this stream, but I'll do that soon. So, good night, everyone. You have a great rest of your night, and next part will be up maybe tomorrow or later on. So, see you then. Bye.